Folks at home, welcome back to another exciting underwater exploratory video. Today we're going to be dropping down 80 foot, exploring some underwater culverts, which I like to refer to as underwater tunnels. And you'll understand that once we get down to the bottom. So starting out, you're going to see a lot of fish that are just below the surface. These are mangrove snapper as well as vermilion snapper, some smaller amberjack, and a few other species like spadefish and things of that nature. And as always, they do get curious and come and check out the camera. But we'll make our way down to these culverts, these tunnels. And I refer to them as tunnels because it seems as if they all fell in rows, making them look like tunnels for these fish. A great habitat or environment for these fish to call home. Now you will notice that there's a lot of mangrove snapper here. These are some of the nicer size ones. I want to say anywhere from 16 inches and up, which had me very excited as a fisherman sitting in a boat right above them with all my fishing gear. But as we start exploring, we will notice some species of fish that you wouldn't normally expect to see in 80 foot of water. Normally they're considered deep dwellers. And I'll point those out to you here in a second. But as you look around, you'll see that these culverts are set up as far as you can see. And visibility was really good as we were off the coast of Destin, Florida. The water always seems to be pretty clear in that area. So we have lots and lots of bait fish. These are cigar minnows. Really good forage for some of the larger species like these mangrove snapper, as well as some of the grouper we'll see in this plunge. So in typical fashion, as I do my exploratory mission, when I spot larger fish, they do catch my attention and I have to go and see what they are. And so the first large fish that I saw was this, I'm not sure if it's a gag grouper or a scamp grouper. I want to say it's a scamp grouper. But the cool part about this plunge was that we can position ourselves right in the front of these tunnels and see all the way through them to the other side. And as grouper are known for doing, they like to sit in holes and things like that. So these tunnels are a perfect place for these grouper to consider home. And so you will see quite a few grouper here. Lots of sea urchin attached to these tunnels. And we're just gonna kind of have a face off here, me and this grouper. Just gonna watch his behavior a little bit. And then we'll back away slowly and kind of leave him alone. Now this gave me the idea to just go from tunnel to tunnel and kind of see what's in each one of these tunnels. Who else is calling these tunnels home? Some neat little reef fish here. If you guys know the name of those little guys with the stripes, feel free to drop it down in the comments. Again, another large species of fish catches my eye. Now, I'm pretty certain this one here is a gag grouper. Not a bad size. He looks nice and healthy. And then this one to the right here. This is another scamp grouper. So these are normally pretty deep dwelling fish, but to see them in 80 foot is pretty interesting. And we'll just go from tunnel to tunnel, just seeing what we can see down here. Now that we're down here, let's see what we can see. And of course, this reef is teeming with life. So we see all the bait fish. It's interesting looking inside of these tunnels because you just never know what you're going to see down here on the seafloor. And so it became sort of a game. And again, lots and lots of tunnels to explore, so. So we rise above the structure and just kind of make our way to figure out what's the next angle that we want to take. Bait fish as far as we can see, that's always a good sign. That lets us know that it's a healthy ecosystem down there. We found the vermilion snapper and a pretty decent sized amberjack. He's going to check us out. Vermilion snapper in 80 foot of water isn't very common either, but I guess off the coast of Destin, Florida, I guess it seems pretty normal for them. Another nice scamp grouper, an angelfish, thanks to one of our subscribers letting us know. and then more of those nice mangrove snapper. So after exploring this section of pipes and tunnels, we decided to regroup and reposition. And so I dropped back down, and of course you see all the bait fish. And then we see a very large fish species, which just happens to be the one fish that I have been wanting to see this entire time. And my reaction up top was, I could have made a video on that alone. So it looks like we found the one, the only Goliath grouper. And this was a pretty large fish. And so we approached with caution. I didn't want to spook it, and I didn't want him to eat my camera, of course. Just out of aggression. Sometimes they're known to get a little aggressive, so we just kept our distance there and admired him. He's a little bit closer just to see how close he'll let us get. And as we position ourselves, he wants to kind of back away, so just one little kick of his tail. Look how much sand and silt he moves with just one little flap of his tail. And then just with a slight flap of his tail, he's gone. And so we'll try and reposition and find him. And of course these guys are just, it was no surprise that we found one here, because grouper, again, they love places that they can swim into and call their home. So we'll ease our way over to the next tunnel, which I was pretty certain that's where he went, just a few feet away. And again, he's gonna just lightly kick his tail and slowly move away from us, because he's just not interested. Another scamp grouper here, angelfish, plenty of mangrove snapper. And you can see his silhouette back there. Massive tail, just a massive tail, a big paddle, if you will. And so I decided to leave him alone. Maybe try and get one more angle to see where he went. And of course, he's just using these tunnels as his own little highway, if you will. He knows his way around here, so let's go explore, see if maybe we can find one more Goliath grouper. Or any other species that might spark our interest. This is a pretty cool tunnel right here. You can see it starting to crumble slowly. These are made of concrete, so just an awesome structure for all these fish. I think what surprised me most here was that there was not an abundance of red snapper. Typically in our area, Northwest Florida, you will find red snapper just about anywhere you fish. Artificial reefs. And so I appreciate you guys watching as usual. This was a short drop for us. We did get to see what we wanted to see down there. I did do some fishing. I caught one red snapper out of all the mangrove snapper. I didn't get any mangrove snapper, but now that I know where they are, we will be back to try and catch more of those guys. And as usual, we appreciate you guys. We love you guys so much. Thanks for everything you do. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button, as it's very important. And we will see you in the next one.